Hello everybody and welcome back to Letton Farm. So today we've got a very important job to do before we go and work for Peter Wood. We've got to go and fertilise our field, which is actually going to be a very simple job in theory. The reason why I say this is because the spreading of the fertiliser isn't too difficult for us. We're only going to use some very vintage equipment. However, buying the vintage equipment in the first place is going to be the tricky part. Now, it's one thing getting hold of a fertiliser spreader, but getting hold of the right quantity of fertiliser is going to be even more tricky. It wouldn't concern me if we could just buy a full bag, but we don't have the money for it, so it's a bit of an issue. Now the dealership opens at 7 o'clock, but apparently the servicing department is open at 5, so they should be open now. Hopefully somebody in the servicing department can actually help us here to source and buy a suitable fertiliser spreader. They found us 2 fertiliser spreaders. There's the Massey Ferguson 11. However, they don't think that it's going to be suitable for our tractor. They reckon it's going to be far too heavy, and because we can't put front weights on, it's just going to be completely unsuitable. They have recommended this one, the Amazon ZA. It's a much smaller spreader, only 7.4 metre working width. I believe the other one was 20 metres. So yeah, they've said this, and it's cheaper anyway, £200 cheaper. So I think we're going to go with it. It seems like a wise idea. So there it is. It looks a pretty good thing. But as mentioned, it is very hard to source the right amount of fertiliser. Now if we had more money, I would just buy one full bag and leftover could go in storage somewhere. But because we only have £598, we obviously cannot afford to get the full bag. There's the PTO shaft. So we're in a bit of a tricky situation, and we're going to have to rely on good old Peter to help us, I hope. You see, he has a full storage of, a full shed of fertiliser. If we can take what we can afford or what we need, then that would be really helpful. As well, I don't think we'll be able to buy just one bag. We have to buy in bulk usually. So it's tough times. I think it's payday tomorrow, I hope it is. The only thing is we need to make sure that the rent payment goes out after we get paid for the work which we've done this week, which I think is 6 days work. Yeah, 6 days. We did miss a day because we weren't required. So yeah, we're going to have to miss out on the £1,500 there. But having said that, it's a good wage. We're going to do well. It's just today is going to be very tricky. We could have waited, but the crop really is ready now to be fertilised. Well, I'll show you it in a minute. You'll see it, and it really is desperate for the fertiliser to be applied. I know where his seed store is, and there is a Yara Miller fertilising bag just there. So that might be where he keeps it. I'm sure he had a full shed of it. Yeah, it might be mixed in here. Looks like seed though. Canola, wheat, barley. Yeah, it's all seed. Anyway, I've got to have a chat with him, see what he says. We are very early, but it looks like he is up and downstairs. Probably means breakfast. But you're very early. Anyway, what do you want? Yeah, we are a bit early. Can we have some fertiliser? Oh, yeah. If you're willing to pay. We are, good. Right, let's refill. So we're taking it from this bag here. I'm going to have to stop it fairly short of full, I think. We need money for food. I know, £43 left. Oh, we're doing well. Really good there. Anyway, let's go and spread this. £554. Fertiliser is expensive. Running a farm is expensive. But after tomorrow, or even after today, our money worries should go away. So, let's get this spread onto the field, and we'll hope for the best that we can cover the entire field with the amount we have. I don't think there's going to be an issue. We'll just hope for the best. It's very misty actually. I'm sure it's mistier now than it was earlier. we are done, right on time. So yeah, as you can see, this crop is growing very nicely. So it really is requiring that, well, it's required the fertiliser. So it should continue to grow nice and strong. Our lovely barley crop. Yes, we need to also buy a combine harvester, but with the money which we make in the next day or so, I'm really hoping that this very vintage combine harvester they're getting in is going to be within our price range. They say it's very old, and they can't even guarantee that it's going to work properly. So I think it is very old when they say it's very old. Yeah, as in vintage. So I don't know. I don't actually know exactly what it is. I think it's a class. I think it is. We can see it when it comes in, but apparently it isn't even in the dealership yet. I think it's some old relic they've picked out of somewhere. It was probably part exchanged. I don't know. We are 7 minutes late. Stephen Bell, one of my neighbouring farms, requires some help in one of his fields. Please, can you go and help him? I can sort out how you get paid, so don't worry about that. Right, so field 15. Right. Is it that one there? We do have this digital map which he sent us. No. No. Oh, I can see it. It's up here, but I don't really want to be on the road. Maybe I should have brought the tractor. Yeah, I actually have no idea how to get to his field. I can see the field. This could be it. Yes, we'll open this gate up. It must be the field just beyond this barbed wire fence, I assume. In there. Right. Okay, so quickly sprint to the end of here. Never been here before. Totally new area. And it must be this one. The tractor is already here. But it does need to have the fertiliser spreader put on the back. Wow, isn't that one of those Massey Ferguson 11s that we almost bought? I'm sure it is. And he's putting it on a full-size tractor. Yes, I think the dealership was right not to put it on our 135. It is, yeah, it's bigger than I thought it was going to be. So, let's get this started. Need to put the PTO on as well, mustn't forget that. Can't seem to lift it up though, that's strange. There we go. Wow, that was a tough thing to get fitted. That's because it's so old. So, yeah, let's get this spread. It's a 20-metre spread, as we know. We know much about this thing. We know loads of stuff about it. Yes, it just really shouldn't take too long to do this. I don't actually know which tractor we're driving here. It's a Valtra something. It seems like a fairly nice tractor. It's different. I don't think Peter has any tractors like this. He seems to have more masses and, well, there's JCB as well. Oh, and a case, yeah, mustn't forget the case. But as for a Valtra, I don't think so. I don't think he's got any of those. Yeah, a bit of an upgrade from our 135, although the 135 is still very nice to use in its own way. Listening to Giants FM. Always been a fan of Giants FM. Looks like it's pre-programmed. Thank you, Dagwin. It's always nice to have an extra pair of hands. One thing's for sure, it's nice to try out some other fields as well. Go to some other fields instead of the usual 3. But yeah, I think the way it's going to work is he pays Peter and then Peter just pays our normal wage, I assume. We don't need to worry ourselves about it. I wonder whose field this is. Again, we don't really need to worry ourselves about it. I don't know. But yeah, if anybody needs our help, we're happy to help. Looks like some manure is here. Anyway, we'll run back over here, try and see if we can get another job. Hopefully we can do. Otherwise we're going to not get paid an awful lot today. Although I think we are on a set wage. It's not per hour. So, anyway, we'll see when we get our paycheck. we'll see exactly how much we've made. Okay. Can you go and cut the front lawn again with the Husqvarna mower? After that, I think the cows need some straw. Oh yes, I love using the rider mower. Here it is. I don't think we need the trailer, we'll put the bag on today. Any excuse to do a bit of mowing. If I just start it up and pull forward, I don't think the bag is going to fit with the trailer there. There we go. Right, let's take this thing for a spin. We are just a bit faster than the chickens. And just a bit slower than the chickens can run. Ah yes, I remember. This mower seems to be a little bit wider. We can get through here. It's a bit of a challenge. I think we've got some fatter tyres on or something than the first mower, which somebody stole. Terrible. Anyway, yes, let's just remember how to use this thing. There we go. It's always fun to use. So, yep, we are collecting it up. We're going to tip it in the back corner again, I think. It's always a good place to put it, keeps it out of the way. But one thing's for sure, he has some super grass. It grows so fast. I wonder if the first bit of cut grass has rotted away. Not by the look of it. In fact, no. No, it's all still there. But this will be looking good in no time.
For 20 nights and 20 days, I was drifting out of space. I turned away from every sound, from everything that shook my ground. But slowly I would start to change, feel the light within my range. The aberration time is due forever and ever.
Finished. Not the neatest job because there's already a load of grass on the lawn for some reason. I have no idea why it hasn't rotted away. So I suppose at some point we're going to have to come in here with a wheelbarrow and a spade and get it scooped up. Get it all thrown in this pile as well. So yeah, it does need refueling. In fact, he doesn't really need to ride a mower. Really. Right, I think that's everything. I might not have put the deck up. That's it. Back to the shed. And then it is the cows which require some work. They need some straw. At least some straw, actually. This thing can fly. Not literally. But it did launch itself into the wall just then quite well. Okay, I'll keep the bag attached. Bit of a faff taking it off. Good. So we know the next job, we need to go over here. Unless I've left the front loader track, I think I might have done. Yes, and I've also parked things in quite a bad way. So first things first, we'll drop that off there. We'll get the Massey Ferguson warmed up. And I should think they're going to take 2 bales. They do tend to take 2. That's finished with for the time being. We'll close that gate and we'll open this gate. And again this gate over here. Lots of gates. Oh, I wonder if his fruit trees have appeared yet. I never actually did know when the fruit trees were going to appear, but he just said he's got some pretty much fully sized fruit trees that need to be lowered in with a crane. Seems like a lot of work, but yeah, I mean obviously you can afford it. They're very expensive trees like that. So we'll take these 2. These are the bales which we picked up yesterday from the dealer. They sell straw and hay and all that kind of stuff. And we'll put it into this area here, which should then put it into their living quarters. There we go. It's done a good job. So except for the spilt feed, I think it's looking alright in here. What are you looking at? looking straight at us. That one's just walked over the gate. Yeah, they probably do need to be mucked out again, actually. Give it a day or so. So that was easy enough. They might want some hay. There is some hay here. We haven't been told to give them hay, but it would seem quite a good thing to do. Doing a good job which we don't get asked to do. I can't see any reason why not. So we'll give them one hay bale. While we've got the tractor here, it just makes perfect sense. Now it might be that they don't even want it, but it's worth a try. Force feed the cows. Ah yes, they did. That's good, we're using our initiative. Okay then, so we'll go back over to his house and just tell him that we've done that and see if there's any more work for us. It will be lunch. Soon-ish. Oh, that's a shame, I'm getting hungry. I wanted lunch now. Oh, I'm sure he's getting more chickens. They're breeding or something. Yeah, probably another reason to pick the eggs up. So they can't hatch. Yes, I don't think they would lay an egg in the middle of the yard if it was one which was all fertilised and ready to be turned into a brand new little hen. But anyway, they look happy enough. Very happy. Let's try and find some more work. The next job is to use my absolutely fantastic, sophisticated, self-propelled Silo King feed mixer. One of my workers is bringing it over. He should be here in about half an hour. Okay. He almost blew me away with the way he described the feed mixer. It must be good. So it looks like we're going to play the waiting game. Let's say 12 o'clock-ish. That's half an hour from now. Technically we've got time to go and have some food. Best not. Best not. Otherwise there might be trouble. Well, I've got into the Massey Ferguson. Bit tired of waiting, to be honest. I don't even know how far away the other farm is, but I can't imagine a feed mixer is going to be that fast on the road. We'll have to keep waiting. It's nice to have a sit down and all that, but really I've been waiting 50 minutes now. I've been watching that road the whole time, at least I think I have, and only cars have gone past. And where it's got to. Oh, it's there already. Where's that come from? So they must have come from this direction here. And they've turned it round and oh, I heard nothing. Anyway, you're not joking about it being sophisticated. Good grief, you wouldn't have thought a farm like this would have one of those. It's massive. I would love to visit his other farm because it must be such a big farm. They have the biggest equipment that you can think of, at least for this part of the world. That is huge. Well, let's use it. Wow, that is nice. That is a nice machine. Better take it to the other yard where I was expecting it to arrive anyway. We'll put it in here. It's actually a really weird thing to drive. It's all rear wheel steer. It's a bit like a combine harvester, really. I'll have to be very careful getting around this corner because of the swing. Watch his house as well. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have brought it into this yard. Seems really tight for it. Right, there we go. Let's climb off the beast and just go and confirm that we are making a feed mix for the cows. Yes, that is correct. Okay, I thought as much. Well, he only has cows here anyway. Maybe that made us come across as a bit stupid. Right, so I'm going to come back to the silage pit, the silage clamp in a minute or two. I think we'll probably put the bales in here first. Now, yeah, I probably should have left it in the other yard. There's more space, especially with all of these chickens running about. But yes, I'd like to put the bales in there first just because then I can use the auger on the front to suck up the silage and I can sort of control the amount that we need to put in there. So if I go and grab, let's say, 2 hay bales to begin with, and probably 1 straw bale, we'll go from there. Hopefully that'll be the right amount. I think with the amount of chickens there are there, I'm going to go out of this gate here. Less chance of a pancake. Luckily, it's not too difficult to transport the bales through here. Now I've put that thing in. I wonder if I can put that on the bale spike and just shove it back. There we go, that's better. Okay, so yeah, I'll pick up this front one, put it on top of the other 2, and then pick up 2 together. There we go. This is very, very dry hay, as you would expect, but excessively dry and not very green because it was from the drought. It was like the last piece of grass which he had before it rained. So I don't know how good it is. It might be good, it might be not as good. We'll see. See how much milk he produces. Well, not how much he produces, how much the cows produce. Yes. Okay, right, so the first 2 bales. Let's head down the road. This is actually a really bad turning with something on the front of here. I can't see a thing. First thing we'll know is a pickup truck flying through the front of the bales. I think it would have been wise to keep the feed mixture in the other yard. I'll know for next time. I could move it now, but there's not much point. Right then. In they go, the first 2. Let's hope we can reach with this thing. It's a huge mixer. I can imagine them using the wheel loader at the other farm. Is that going to go in? Can't quite see. That's 1 in. There we go. Right then, so I think we've got a digital readout in the machine. So we should be able to see exactly what we've got. We've got 25% capacity. I'm going to get 1 straw bale and put it into there, and then we can use the front pickup to suck up some silage. Again, it is very tricky pulling out of here with a front loader. Can't see a thing. And now I'm very hungry. I should have gone to get some food earlier. Oh, actually we've still got some apples in here. That would save some money. In fact, let me just grab an apple from this bag down here. Oh yeah. Well, that'll keep me going. We've got some food at home, so hopefully we don't have to go and buy some food today. And I always fill up the water bottle, so yeah, that's free. Well, it's tap water. We pay our water bills. Every time I get to here, there is a car coming the other direction. It's just our luck. So after this one, we should be able to almost complete the mix. Yes, doing it in the middle of a chicken pen, which is what it seems to be, does make it quite tricky. I'm sure they're breeding. They must be. So that might be it for this tractor. We can actually put it just to the side here. Keep it tucked out of the way. We'll lower the front loader. And the rest of the work can be done by the feed mixer. Right, so let's unfold this thing. Well, remove this thing I should say. And we'll start this thing up. We should be able to suck some silage up, and using the very clever digital display we can try and get the perfect mix. So you can see it It's coming in the top there. Just very slowly nudge forward. As I say, we're not looking to totally fill it, we just want to have a fairly decent mix, probably about 2/3 full. Okay, we can keep it going. We're doing alright. Thing is though, I don't want to get so much that we can't give the cows everything that we've mixed, because otherwise it's going to be left in the mixer, which might not be a bad thing, because it can go to the other farm, but we are then taking our produce away from here. We're taking the stored silage and hay. So I think that will do. That should be alright. We'll keep it mixing for a while. And when it has mixed for a while, we'll go and take it over to them. And hopefully they like it. Well, that's been going for a while. I think it's going to be good enough. It looks very well mixed, and it is actually exactly 2/3 full. So that is perfect. As you can see there, we've got the digital readout, and it says 21,175 litres just in front of us on that display. Just lower that a bit because it's going to obstruct our view. In fact, it is really going to obstruct our view. There we go. Very conscious of the tail swing. It seems like a very long machine. And I suppose we could go in this way. Watch out for any cars in the mirrors. Yeah, we'll go through here. And we might have to just configure our unload side. That's good. So yes, we're going to unload to the right. And that should work. So that has taken all that, and unfortunately I can't really see without looking physically like this how much more they require. It looks very full, so I think we'll keep it at that for the time being. They've had over 21,000 litres, so I suppose this is just going to be put away now. In fact, it might stay here, and then yeah, we'll see what he wants to do with it. So if I just park it up, switch the engine off, I'll go and speak to him and see if there's anything else he wants us to do. If there isn't, then that is it for today, and we'll be able to go over to our house, and hopefully the money is going to come in. I really do hope it is, because we only have £43. We need the money. Hopefully by tomorrow. 21,000 litres sounds fine to me. Thank you for your help, and I'll see you again tomorrow. We've got his approval. Now I am very, very concerned, and that is about the fertiliser in the spreader. Not only is it corrosive, but also if it gets wet it's just going to go all horrible, and no doubt make a right mess in the spreader. So I'm going to leave it here, and obviously if he says anything we can try and convince him to allow us to keep it here. It's a bit cheeky, but still it's going to cost us a lot more money if we were to leave it outside. So that can stay there, I hope, and we're going to go back to our house with nothing except for the tractor itself. But again, it's a fairly early finish, and it's nice to have an early finish. Oh, good job, we've got some acceleration on this thing. Looks like we're going faster than him anyway. I think it's a him. And here we are, back home. Lovely. Okay then, so thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.